Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the National Oval Racing Association comes to the Limaland Motorsports Park as another round of the Midget Series. Brett Wheeler in the booth along with Stephen McMillian. Stephen, we've just had qualifying complete. They kind of skipped out on us. They didn't tell us that they were going. We were kind of ready, but we had to get a few things in order. But well, we get set for heat race number one. We'll need to take us through our Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid.
All right, on your front row is number 71 of Cody Batten. On the outside of him be the 21 of Coy Pennington. On your second row, inside number 9 of Brett Osborne. On the outside of him, the 42 of Adam Tevez. Starting your third row inside is Alex Finari. So I almost slaughtered it. And Joshua Jarrett. And on your last row is 91 of Hunter Marvel and Connor Lane. 22 drivers signed up tonight. A lot of good racing.
Yeah, some great racing. Yes, exactly. Here we go. Heat race number one. 12 laps of distance. The National Oval Racing Association Midget Series is green. And Cody Batten and Coy Pennington will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Cody Batten going to lead down the back straight away, not by a whole lot. He runs the bottom side. Pennington works to the outside. Good battle on, going for third and fourth between Tevez and Osborne. Tevez looks to get on the outside, as does Pennington. And Pennington now moves into the race lead into turn number 3 and 4. But Cody Batten not going to give it up without a fight.
You know, we got a lot of great racing on, especially for third and fourth, because transfer spot is the third spot for this heat race. As right now, it's Brett Osborne in the number 9 car that has the transfer spot.
Now Brett Osborne holding on to that third and final transfer spot. As you can see, now starting to put the pressure on Cody Batten on the exit at turn number 2. Couple of car lengths away in the BK Designs number 9 entry of Brett Osborne. Holding off the 42 of Adam Tevez, and our first caution flag going to fly. And we've got a few cars around in turns 3 and 4. We've got a bit of a parking lot. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So what happened here on the Wicked Cushion instant replay? I believe it might have been Alex Finari and maybe Hunter Marvel caught up. Let's take a look. Oh, Alex Finari went around. Hunter Marvel got into the back of him. Joshua Jarrett, Connor Lane involved as well. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And, well, caution flag early on in this heat race. We had 4 cars. So we had half the field caught up involved in that one. Not the way some of these drivers would like to start heat race number 1.
Oh no, and the lights are off on a pace truck. And Coy Pennington will lead them down for this restart with Cody Batten, who started on the pole, is now in second spot with Brett Osborne in third, Adam Tevez in fourth, and Hunter Marvel in fifth. Lights are out, and Coy Pennington's on the loud pedal as he will get to the flag stand. As right now you see Cody Batten basically just trying to find his groove. You know, he's in a transfer spot. Do you try to go for the lead, or you just try to settle out?
Well, at the moment, he's trying to hang on to second spot. Here comes Brett Osborne in the number 9 machine. He got to his inside in turn number 1 and 2. Batten going to cut back down to the low side. Osborne shut the door on Tevez in turns 3 and 4. 9 laps in, 3 laps left to run here in the opening heat race of the night. The top 2 going to move on to the pole shuffle. Third spot going to start in tonight's main event from 7th, 8th, and 9. And of course, everybody else going to run through your preliminary mains, your last chance qualifiers. Coy Pennington with a lap to go this time by out of turn number 4. We watched the battle on for third and fourth between Brett Osborne and Adam Tevez. And Tevez, he's got a couple of more turns to make good to get into this A main directly from heat racing competition. Otherwise, he starts on pole for the B main. Osborne slides up. Tevez comes underneath him, and Osborne's going to hang on to position number 3. Batten will get second, and Coy Pennington gets the win. Tevez, Marvel, Finari, Jarrett, and Lane complete heat race number 1. Again, some exciting heat racing action to open up the opening heat race of the night of the National Oval Racing Association Midget Series.
Definitely, that's some great action going on.
All right. just got to get to a few things. Turtle Sape, if you're here, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Robo Rambo Plays, thank you very much. VX Vocabularies, thank you. Preston, thank you for the follow on Twitch. They were on our previous broadcast. Scuba Muff and Corn Fed, thank you very much for the follows on Twitch. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for heat race number 2. Starting on pole, a fellow was in a good friend of Ultimate Turn to me in caliber 13. Alan Tacken starts position number 1. On his outside, he's got a bit of a hashtag Holy Schmidt moment in caliber 20. Trey Smith will start position number 2. Josh Conover in the 22 will start position 3. Brian Powell in the 66 will start position 4. Then we go back to the 56 of Austin Simmelman, lines up at a position at number 5. Jared Bolyard in the 97 will start position 6. And Carson Orbay in car number 29 will start position number 7. Sean Mahaffey, unfortunately, unable to make the commitments here tonight. Again, 12 laps of distance. Steve, who's your pick for this one?
Well, it's anybody's guess. I mean, you got Austin back in 5th. I mean, he could do it. I'll go with Jared.
I'm gonna go with Holy Schmidt. I'm gonna go with Trey Smith. I'm not gonna pick Allen because every time I pick Allen he crashes anyway. But well, Tacken gonna lead for the first time into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes the 22 of Conover up on the inside of Trey Smith. Smith working through the middle of the racetrack, side by side, 2nd and 3rd right now. And then you go back to Brian Powell, Jared Bolyard, and Austin Simmelman as well. Simmelman working the low side on the exit of turn number 2. So there's not a whole lot in it right now between your top 6.
Oh, no, you can throw a blanket over them and cover them all. I mean, it's great races, especially if you look at Jared Bolyard. He's trying to find his way around, but he just really doesn't have much room to get around.
He is working the middle of the racetrack through 3 and 4. He will do the same in turn number 1 and 2. Conover and Powell almost contact on the exit. Here comes Trey Smith starting to close in on the number 13 car of Alan Tacken. We go on board with your Black Diamond Motorsports onboard camera and the number 20 car, Trey Smith. There is your leader in the number 13, Alan Tacken, who looks to assert himself into tonight's pole shuffle. He's got some good car speed around here, and these are one of his favourite cars to race in is the Midgets.
Well, I can tell you this, during practice, he was the quickest in practice, even though Free Cody was quickest in qualifying.
Don't worry about Free Cody. We don't need a Free Cody anymore. Look, Cody needs to get out, and I would leave it at that. Batten, I don't know where I was going to go with that one. Cody Batten is not in this one. Alan Tacken, your race leader. 7 laps in, 5 laps to go. Trey Smith holds on to 2nd. Then we go back to Josh Conover in 3rd. Again, top 3 to your main event, the top 2 to the pole shuffle. Brian Powell sits in 4th. He will start on the outside of the front row in tonight's B main. Look at Bolyard putting the moves on Austin Silverman now into turn number 3 and 4. And Bolyard has got clear of the 56 of Austin.
He has. It is quite odd to see Austin that far back in the field.
Yeah, not sure what's going on with the number 56 machine. Maybe having some troubles here early on in the night. Maybe he might come back to his best when the track starts to slicken off. Right now, Brian Powell in the 66. In the red, black, and white NORA 66, holding on to position 4. He has got Bolyard closing in as Bolyard now going to go to the inside, look for the slide job into turn number 1 and 2. He completes the slider. We'll watch, and we're going to keep this battle on right now. Here comes Power back up on the inside, but not going to happen. Alan Tacken, a very impressive victory here. 1.3 seconds over Trey Smith, Josh Conover, Jared Bolyard, Brian Powell, Austin Simmelman, and Carson Orbay. Makes up your 7-car field. Well done to Alan Tacken and Trey Smith, who find themselves in tonight's pole shuffle. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for tonight's 3rd heat race on the program.
All right, starting in the front row. He is a wild child indeed. It's going to be Logan Rumsey on his outside. And at number 8, it'd be Brett Hobson. On the second row inside, the 15 of Nelson Webster. On the outside of him, to the number 52 of Kyle Atkins. On your third row inside, it's the number 79 of Mark Hansen. On the outside of him, be the 55 of Jake Boyer. And bringing up the rear is the 07, if I can speak, of Tyler Chalk.
7 cars, heat race number 3, the third and final heat race of the night. Interesting to see Nelson Webster start position 3. I'm still going to pick him to win this one just quietly.
I mean, who knows? They might be kind of confused to seeing Cody still in that closet.
I don't even want to know what you're talking about. He's Cody in the closet.
You said free Cody, and he's still he don't want to come out. He must be locked in that closet.
Oh, Cody, if you do want to come out, we're all proud of you, buddy. Levi, we play this on the PC. Go to iRacing.com. Can find all the information about iRacing and what it's all about. Steve, you can lead this one to the green, considering that, yeah.
All right, as they got the one to go signal to the base cars, fixing to pull into the pit area. Logan Rumsey will lead him to the green flag, and he's on the lap pedal, and green flag is out. Logan Rumsey gets to jump on the start, and you look at Nelson Webster onto the inside, but Brett Hobson will power by on the high side for that second spot. Nelson Webster in third as you look at the 52 car. Kyle Atkinson trying to find a way around, but he gets kind of loose and squirrely, and he'll lose several spots.
Yeah, Atkinson going to fall back to 6th spot on the racetrack after getting a little loose. Look at Webster trying to find a way around Brent Hobson. Nelson Webster not used to being this far back right now. We've seen Nelson Webster being really dominant in the FBN Midget Series. Well, tonight he's here in the National Oval Racing Association, and he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to be up near the front come this main event time.
That's right, and if you can look at Nelson's car in the turns, he's lifting that left front tire up, but there he makes a slide job on Brett Hobson. Brett Hobson battles back on the bottom. And look at that go. And you notice something, Brave. You looked at his car just then, Nelson Webster. He was quicker when all 4 tires were on.
Well, it's generally the way to be. You get 4 tires on the ground, you get maximum traction. And right now, halfway home, 6 down, 6 to run. Logan Rumsey leads by about 4 car lengths over Nelson Webster. I did pick him at the start of the heat race, and well, he is starting to catch up to your race leader. So far, the last couple of laps, he's been so quick. That was nearly 0.3 of a second quicker on the previous lap.
That's right. I was fixing to say Mark Hansen started closing up on Brett Hobson, but he kind of made a mistake there.
Well, Simworks Performance number 41 has led since the drop of the green flag. 9 laps in, 3 laps left to run. Again, Nelson Webster quicker on the previous lap by 1/10.5. And here comes Webster down to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Rumsey makes a mistake. They bang wheels on the exit of turn 4. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go. There's the slider from Nelson Webster. And Nelson Webster to the race lead. But here comes Rumsey back at him. But no, Webster's going to hang on. Final lap. Final time around Limaland Motorsports Park here in heat racing competition. And Nelson Webster with a cool, calculated drive. Rumsey cannot do anything. And Nelson Webster gets the victory.
Logan, he had only 2 tires on the ground.
Holy moly, what a drive from Nelson Webster. You think about it, the halfway stage of that race, I believe he was still in 3rd spot, and he was still able to make up that much ground in 6 laps. If I'm the rest of the competition right now, I'm a little bit worried. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. ...12 laps to distance here for your SEMA in the top 5. Going to move on to the back of the B. Tyler Chalk in the 07 will start on pole on his outside the 19 of Alex Finari. Austin Simmerman in the 56 will start position 3. Carl Atkinson in 52 will start position number 4. Connor Lane in the 54 will start position 5. Carson Orbe in the 29 will start position 6. Then we go back to Jake Boyer and Joshua Jarrett in row number 4. 8 cars for C Main, 12 laps the distance. The ticker will say 20. That is incorrect. It is 12 laps only. With that, what did I say? Our top 5 going through, Stephen?
That's right, your top 5 going through, and I'm kind of shocked there's a C main, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I think it's just to eliminate these 3 cars. I believe that the B main, of course, that'll be the 20 laps the distance. The B main, we will see all drivers transfer, but we'll get confirmation on that once we get into that B main. Stephen, I'll let you lead us to the green flag for the C main.
All right, Tyler Chalk will lead them side by side. Tyler Chalk and Alex
Finari
on the back straightaway. And they just said it on race control. You make it out to C, you're in the A main, and green flag's out for Tyler Chalk. And you're going to look at it, and you got contact with Kyle Atkinson in the 52, and he's on the bubble right now for that final transfer spot. But you look at it, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can throw a blanket under them. They're battling hard. As you look at Kyle Atkinson, he's trying to run that middle groove. He's falling right behind the 4 of Alex Finari.
Oh, there's a slider there from Connor Lane on Carl Atkinson in the 52 car. That was for 4th and 5th. Right now, Jake Boyer in the 55, Joshua Jarrett in the 88, and Carson Orbe are the 3 drivers that we are looked to send packing after tonight's C main. 4 in the books, 12 laps is the distance. So 8 laps left to run here in your C main. Again, the ticker is incorrect. It is only a 12-lap show in your C main. Tyler Chalk leads from Austin Simmelman. Alex Finari in 3rd. That is the black and orange and white number 4 car on your screen. The 54 on screen is Connor Lane, who sits in position 4. And then we go back to now Jake Boyer. Atkinson made a big mistake. Now Jake Boyer in the 55 going to move into that final transfer spot.
That's right. They're battling hard. As you look at Austin, he's in 2nd place, and he's just, right now, if I'm Austin, I'm just finding the groove out there, finding out where my car can run good to make up some ground in the future.
29 of Carson Orbe going to move to the inside on the racetrack. We're watching Austin Simmelman and Tyler Chalk 1st and 2nd. 9 in the book, 75% of the race completed here in your C main. As you heard Stephen say from race control directly, if you're the top 5 in the C main, you will make it into the main event. And there is the caution flag flying, and this will end your C main under the yellow flag conditions with just 2 laps left to run. They will finish these 2 laps behind your racing.com official pace truck. And Tyler Chalk, Austin Simmelman, Carl Atkinson, I don't believe should be 3rd. It'll be Jake Boyer in 3rd. 4th is going to be Carl Atkinson, and looks like Joshua Jarrett or Alex Finari going to finish home in 5th.
I think it's going to be Joshua Jarrett. That's going to be, kind of bad for the 4. He was running really good, and you look at Alex Finari, they both was in a transfer spot at one until that caution.
Yes, and there is the checkered flag. Tyler Chalk, Austin Simmelman, Jake Boyer, Joshua Jarrett, and Carl Atkinson will be the 5 cars that will advance into the C, or from the C to the B. And with 10 cars in your B main, I believe it'll be 20 laps of distance, and we are going to take the top 10 into the back of the show. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, on your front row is the 42 of Adam Tevis. On his outside is number 97 of Jarrett Bolyard. On the second row inside is number 79 of Mark Hansen. On his outside, the 91 of Hunter Marvel. On your third row inside is 66 of Brian Powell. On his outside is your C main winner, Tyler Chalk. On your next row is the 56 of Austin Settlement, and on his outside, the number 55 of Jake Boyer. On your last row is the 52 of Kyle Atkinson. On his outside, the number is the 88 of Joshua Jarrett.
All right, Steve, if you're rolling around in the B main right now, knowing that you've got a transfer locked up, what goes through your mind just as you're rolling around right now, and what is the game plan, do you feel?
Well, if I'm up front, I'm just fine where my car works best. If I'm in the back, I'm going to try to make up as much ground as I can so I can start further up in the future race. So there's two sides of the story. Green flag's out. Adam Tevis on the line battle. And you look at Mark Hansen dives to the bottom. And Mark Hansen and Adam Tevis side by side going in turns 3 and 4. But Adam Tevis will have the momentum on the high side, leading lap number 1, Brett.
Lap 1 belongs to the 42 of Adam Tevis, and they're 2 and 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4 right now. Oh, there's contact. We've got Jake Boyer around on the 55. For the moment, we stay green. Now, this is a 20-lap main event, 20-lap B main. The Tyler Chalk as well. Super impressed with the Splash and Go Graphics 07 machine. He was challenging for a third spot just then, but a little contact and he falls back to position 5 as Mark Hansen in the 79 in the blue machine. There goes Tyler Chalk on the yellow and blue Splash and Go Graphics. He put the slider on Brian Powell, and look at Austin Semmelman rolling the top side of the racetrack.
That's right. And, you know, that top side has the most of the momentum. As you look at Adam Tevis, I mean, he's just basically out for a Sunday drive right now. Find out where his car works for the future race, where he can be dominant and try to work his way to the front. But, you know, they're racing really hard mid-pack, Brett. That just don't make sense to me because you want to find out where your car could do on this 60-lap feature.
Yeah, well, what they also want to do is not only find out where their car works, but the further they finish, the less cars technically they have to pass in the main event. So I guess every position or every car that they pass, it's a position that they gain. Oh, Mark Hansen into the wall upside down. On the back straightaway going into turn number 3. And unfortunately for the 79 machine, that's going to put him at the back of the bus in the Mountain Dew, number 79. But still, he's still going to make the show. He's back on all fours. And again, you know, as I said, Steve, each car that they pass right now is a position in tonight's main event. So the higher they finish in this, the higher they start up. But while they do that, they can also put in that time for for that R&D, the research and development, to find out where their car is actually working on the racetrack. I wish my cat would shut up.
But I agree with that, Brett. But they're racing so hard for 8th, 9th, and 10th. And, they need to get their cars settled in for this future race. And racing that hard just don't make sense for that spot. You want to make your car better. Find out what adjustments you need to make for the future race. You can't make that if you... But as you see, lights are out. The pace car fixing to pull into the infield. Adam Tevis will lead him to the green flag with Jake Bolyard right behind him. Green flag is out. And Austin is in third place, looking on the high side of Jarrett Bolyard. But Jarrett Bolyard blocks him coming out turn number 4.
Turn 2.
Almost got lost. This track's so small. But you look at it, they're almost like 3 or 4 wides for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, they are not shying away from putting on an absolute show here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for the National Oval Racing Association Midgets Series. As Adam Tevis in the 42 has done an absolute outstanding job in this B main so far. Jarrett Bolyard, hats off to him as well in the 97 for holding down 2nd at the moment. Oh, Tyler Chalk into the wall and upside down in turn number 1 and 2. And there is the yellow flag. And that will set us up for a, more than likely, a 1 lap shootout, a 2 lap at best, but I think we're going to have 1 lap left to run in this B main tonight as the iRacing.com official pace truck comes out onto the circuit. And just before we go any further, LRP, thank you very much for the 3 months on Twitch, buddy. And thank you very much for that subscription. Appreciate it, brother.
You know, if you're watching this, make sure to share this with your friends. This is live broadcast. If you're on Facebook watching, it doesn't hurt to share this. Get this out.
Yeah, some of the top midget drivers in the country, or in the world, I should say, on the iRacing.com service. Not afraid to put on a bit of a show here at the Limaland Motorsports Park as lights are off on your iRacing.com official pace truck as the field is staggering behind this. Wow, this is the way this guy's going. The way Tevez is driving, he's going to start these cars on the back straight away. We're going to have a green white. Check out, the pace truck has moved to the infield already, and these guys are only down the back straight away. Well, that just goes to show you he's going in 3, 2, 1 now. Oh, look at that near perfect timing now. And kind of picked that one as Austin Zimmerman got a good jump on Jared Bolyard. So a green-white checker to finish up your B main, and Tevez, he's got pressure from Bolyard up on the inside. Does he look for the slider? No. Here comes Zimmerman. Here comes the 66 of Brian Powell. 1 lap to go, and Austin Zimmerman into the wall. How he saved that one, I'll never ever know. But for the final time in your B main, Bolyard putting the moves on Tevez, but Tevez going to come away victorious. Oh, he gets the job done. Tevez, Bolyard, Powell, Zimmerman, Boyer, Hansen, Atkinson, Jarrett, Chalk, and Marvel. All cars still going to transfer. But now we are left with just a pole shuffle and a main event, Stephen.
That's right. As you know, we saw a lot of good racing there, a lot of 2, 3 wide. I mean, it just shows you what these guys are out to do. They don't want to finish last. They want to finish first, regardless of where they start. You know, the whole thing of the point of the last chance race is to advance your spot if you can.
All right, now our pole shuffle. Five pole shuffle races. There'll be 2 cars coming out onto the racetrack. The drivers that finish second in heat races 3 and 2 will come out first. The winner will advance on to take on the second place finisher in heat race number 1. And then, of course, the winner will stay out. The loser will start 5th. Then we go on to the heat race number 3 winner. And looks like we've got our first 2 cars of Trey Schmidt and Logan Rumsey are going to be the first 2 cars in the pole shuffle. 2 laps, the distance around the Limaland Motorsports Park, and we are green. And Rumsey got a good start on the outside. Trey Schmidt works inside through turn number 1 and 2. There's a couple of car lengths separating right now. As Schmidt going to go to the bottom, going to slide to the middle of the racetrack. Rumsey's got the run on the outside. Logan Rumsey going to lead lap number 1. Trey Schmidt looking for a run through the middle, but Rumsey, he has got the run down the back straightaway for the final time. Trey Schmidt going to start position number 6. Logan Rumsey going to advance, and Trey Schmidt must be thinking, holy Schmidt, what do I got to do to go further in the pole shuffle? But we'll see him back on Thursday night for the FBN Midgets series. I believe they run a dash anyway. So, Cody Batten coming out. Stephen, I'll let you take this one.
You know, as you look at...
By the way, he come out of the pitch just then, not the closet.
I just couldn't help but laugh. You look at Logan Rumsey on the inside, Cody Batten on the outside. Green flags out. Cody Batten gets the jump as he runs to the high side. But you look at Logan Rumsey, does a slide job, and he's to the point. But look at Cody Batten, does another slide job. Here it comes. Look at Logan, dives it down to the bottom. 1 lap to go as Cody Batten tries it again, but Logan Rumsey has momentum on the high side. This is the last time for Cody Batten to do that slide job, and he performs it. But look at Logan Rumsey. He will win this pole shuffle.
Yeah, you see the big wheel stand there from Cody Batten on the exit of turn 4. That certainly halted the momentum as Logan Rumsey, he's moved from the 3rd row up to the 2nd row, and out rolls the man that ran him down in his heat race, the 15 car of Nelson Webster. So Webster will start on the outside on this pole shuffle. The loser of this race will start position at number 4. The winner will guarantee themselves either they will guarantee themselves a top 3 starting position. Here we go. Green flag is out. Rumsey on the inside. And Webster's on the outside. Rumsey with a slider into turn number 1 and 2. Webster works it back underneath. Now, this is a totally different track from what we've seen in their heat race. As here goes Webster. Not sure where Rumsey went. There he goes. He blinked out, blinked back in. Slider there from Rumsey on Webster. And a great pole shuffle right now. Webster's going to keep it down low. Rumsey's going to get the run on the outside. Out of turn number 4 at the start-finish line. Holy moly. Oh, we're going to let race control pick that one. Oh, that was close, I must say. And Logan Rumsey being sent back to the infield. And Nelson Webster hung on by the skin of his teeth.
Oh, it was the skin, all right. Let me tell you. That was a great race.
Well, he has got a chance to fight for the front row. And the Momo Virtual Racing School OPR number 13 comes out onto the racetrack. Alan Tack and Stephen, the winner of this race guarantees themselves a front row starting position. All yours.
All right, I've been in favor for Alan Tackett tonight. And green flag's out. Alan Tackett will go to the high side, but you see Nelson Webster does a slide job on him and runs directly to the top. But look at Alan Tackett pulling a slide job on Nelson Webster. Nelson Webster will pull it down to the bottom. Alan Tackett will blink out. I don't know where he's at. So right now you're just watching Nelson Webster. Hopefully Alan Tackett will appear just momentarily. So I guess, there he goes. And Alan Tackett, if that's correct, won it. But it's hard to tell because he appeared right near the start-finish line.
Oh my God, you cannot script this. You could not script that. Holy moly. Alan Tackett.
For a whole lap.
Blinked out for a whole lap. He comes back on it out of turn number 4 and appears out of nowhere and just... I want to say he gave a bit of an RKO to Nelson Webster. I mean, that is tough. I mean, if you're Nelson Webster, you're thinking, you don't know where he's going to come back on the racetrack. I mean, it's not like Alan, could have done anything about that. He was just simply out there on the racetrack, and I think they might go again, yeah. Yeah, looking like these two guys are going to actually go at it again. So, you know what? I'll let you take this one again.
All right, so Alan Tackett is going to try the magic trick again. Green flag's out. As Alan Tackett will go to the high side, Nelson Webster put a slide job on him, coming out of turn number 2. As the Nelson Webster will lead him on down the back straightaway. Here comes Alan Tackett. Working the middle line, he will lead lap number 1. Nelson Webster still staying on the high side. He hits the wall and flips over, so Alan Tackett will win this pole shuffle.
And he's going to guarantee himself a front row starting position regardless of whether he wins or loses the next race. And well, we've got one driver that is going to take a chance at starting on pole. It is the driver of the number 21 machine. He qualified 4th quick. He won heat race number 1. He will opt to start on the outside. Just give Alan, just say, hey, just making sure that you're not blinking, not trying any magic tricks. But this is for pole position. As they come out of turn number 4, Alan Tackett on the inside, Corey Pennington on the outside. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Pennington all sorts of out of shape through turn number 1 and 2, and Tackett leads by about 6 car lengths going into 3 and 4. And that's not the time to make a mistake, but I guess it's a pole shuffle. You've got yourself a front row starting position, and Alan Tackett down the back straightaway. No magic tricks in this one. He has stayed on the racetrack, and no blinky bill this time. Alan Tackett is going to start on pole for the main event.
That's right. He's going to lead him down for the 60-lap future race. I must say, I don't know if Nelson was trying to do a magic trick himself. Maybe he thought he hit that wall hard enough, he'll end up at the flag stand before Alan. Who knows? But that's normally, you don't see Nelson making those kind of mistakes.
All right, tell you what we are going to do here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are going to step aside, take a quick break, and we are going to come back with your main event. Of course, not too far away from rolling this one over. We'll play some ads and we'll come back in just a few moments' time.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
My name is Steven Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types, you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Brett Wheeler in the booth alongside Steve McMillan. Stephen, we've had everything all but the main event, and that is coming up right now. 60 laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park. 19 cars set to do battle. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for tonight's main event. Alright, the first 6 spots might be jumbled up just a little bit, but that's due to the pole shuffle. We know Alan Tacken in the number 13 car will start on pole. On his outside of the 21 car will be Corey Pennington. Starting position number 3. In car number 15 will be Nelson Webster. On his outside in the number 41 car will be Logan Rumsey. Starting position number 5 in the number 71 car is Cody Batten. And starting position number 6 in car number 20 will be Trey Smith. From 7th on back, the grid will be correct. Brett Osborne will start 7th in the number 9 car with Josh Conover in the 22. Starting position number 8. And we go back to our 9th spot in car number 8 with Brent Hobson and Adam Tevez, who won your B main, will start position number 10. Jared Bolliard will line up alongside Brian Powell in row number 6. Row 7 inside the 56 of Austin Sibbleman and the 55 of Jake Boyer at a position number 14. Mark Hanson in the 79 will start position 15. Carl Atkinson in the 52 will start position 16. We go back to our final 2 rows. Joshua Jarrett in the 88 will start 17. Tyler Chalk in the 07 will start 18th. With our 19th and final starter in car number 91 will be Hunter Marvel. Before we go green, we are going to have 5 laps to get these drivers correctly seated into their correct starting positions from the pole shuffle. Then we'll go into a 4-wide salute, and then we'll go green flag for 60 laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park. Stephen, who is your pick for this one?
Well, you know, I will say this. Quickest and final practice is your pole sitter. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, it's going to be him to make a mistake or to win this race. So I'm going with Alan.
All right, so you're going to go with Alan Tacken. All right, well, I'm going to... look, I cannot believe you've pretty much given me a free win here. I can't believe you didn't take Nelson Webster. I'm going to take Nelson. All right.
Well, you know, I've gone with Nelson plenty of times. And ladies and gentlemen, you should look as they give you the 4-wide salute as they thank you, the fans watching on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Yeah, this is the greatest sight in all of motorsports. Of course, they can't hear you if you bang your hands together, but I mean, this is their way of thanking you, the fans that have turned up and watched here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are set to do battle for 60 laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park in a couple of laps' time. Of course, we've just completed the 3rd of the 5 roll-around laps, so not this time but the following time by, we go green.
You know, like I say, it's all Alan's race. It's up to him to be mistake-free in a 60-lap future. I mean, it's quickest in practice, 2nd quickest in qualified, quickest in final practice as they get the 1-to-go signal this time, Brett. As, you know, you're Coy Pennington, you know, you're strong too. So do you sit back and let the leader try to make a mistake, or do you pounce on him right now?
No, you pounce. You want to get to the front as quickly as you can. Let's go green for 60 laps around Limaland, the National Oval Racing Association Midget. We are green for the main event, and look at no surprise at Nelson Webster. Going to quickly make his way into position number 2, 2 and 3 wide action. Now goes the Brett Osborne in the 9 car, but a big move on Trey Smith. Now here goes Webster and Rumsey. Rumsey puts the slider on Pennington. Batten up on the inside now, looking for 3rd as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. A couple of weeks ago at the FBN Midget Series, it was Cody Batten who was very quick here at the Limaland. He almost won that main event from Webster, but Brett Osborne goes upside down and we stay green. Alan Tacken still your race leader from Webster, and Logan Rumsey rounds out your podium.
That's right. You know, you look at Alan Tacken right now. He's been running the same line he's ran all night long, and they're still banging in the back. And we do have our first caution of the night.
Yeah, it is the number 52 car of Kyle Atkinson around Brett Osborne, already out after going upside down in turn number 1 and 2. We'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. I believe it was just a case of Carl Atkinson getting together with the 79 there of Mark Hansen. I believe this might have been just a little bit of a racing deal. Atkinson may have got a little loose. In fact, Atkinson got into the side of Austin Simmelman and Hansen had nowhere to go. And, well, that put the 52 car around and into the inside pole there. And reversing back out onto the racetrack, that certainly triggers the caution flag. But take a look at your iRacing.com official post truck. The lights are out. We're getting set to go green this time by.
That's right, they double file Nelson Webster on the outside of Al attacking as Space Car will pull in this time. Al attacking will lead him out turn 3 and turn 4. Green flags out. He's on the lap battle. Look at Logan Rumsey getting on the gas, lift the front end up. But as you see, Al attacking maintaining the same groove he's been running all night. Nelson Webster putting the pressure on Al attacking, even Logan Rumsey, and they're bunching up in the back, Brett.
Yeah, Corey Pennington caught a piece of the inside tyres there in 3 and 4. Cody Batten made a big move around the outside of Logan Rumsey. And right now, Webster starting to put the pressure on Alan Tucken. But here comes Cody Batten and 3 cars fighting it out. But man, now make that 5 because Logan Rumsey and Trey Smith, they're also throwing their hat into this mix. At the moment, we are looking at 10 complete this time by, with 50 laps left to run here in your main event. And once again, the battle is on for your top 5. Alan Tucken barely holding on, catches the wall on the back straightaway. And Nelson Webster to the lead. But here comes Tucken looking for a way around the 15 car 3 wide into 1 and 2. Batten now on the bottom side. Oh, it is on, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. You know, if you're Cody Batten, you're trying to get back to the top. That's where he's was fastest at. As you look at Alan Tackett, he's trying to put pressure on Nelson Webster. Run that groove he's been running most of the night, but Nelson's just too powerful on the outside.
Yeah, yellow flag going to come out here, and unfortunately, it was the number 20 car of Trey Smith. Just had a big Holy Schmidt moment in turns 3 and 4, caught a piece of the wall, I believe. In fact, it would have been in turns 1 and 2. So just got up over the cushion into the wall. He saved it, come back down. I believe that might have been the 42 of Adam Tevez, who ends up upside down and looking to get back on all fours. But unfortunately for the 42, caught up involved in that one. And I dare say that the number 20 car might be going to the back of the bus.
You know, Logan came Cody Batten a shove almost out of the closet, Brett.
Well, if he needs help getting pushed out of the closet, I'm sure Logan's in there with him.
Right. As you see him double file, lights are out on the pace truck. They're going green this time by. As they're trying to rack them and stack them and bunch them up in the back. And you look at Nelson Webster on the gas. He caught Alan Tackett, got him sleeping on that start, but look at Cody Batten. Cody Batten now moves up into second spot, and he also look at Coy Pennington battling there too for second. And now you see Alan Tackett move to the bottom, following Coy Pennington's line. Brett, they're racing all over this place.
Yeah, they are. This track is very, very racy, and Pennington came out of nowhere. You think about sort of 6 or 7 laps ago, he was back in about 6th or 7th place. Now he finds himself third, challenging for second. And this bottom side, he has got it worked out. Webster might want to be careful right now, because if this race goes green for just a little bit longer, if the 21 of Pennington catches him on the bottom side, Nelson Webster may need to go to his GP. He may need to go and get a cold and flu shot, because I dare say the 21 may just drive past him like he's standing still. But the yellow flag going to fly before we even get there. And look at that. It's hashtag Stevens' fault. Alan Tackett upside down.
I tried, Alan. I tried to help you out. You know, Brett caused your wrecks. Now I guess it's my turn to cause your wrecks.
I don't cause him wrecks. I just watch him wreck. That's all I need to see right there. As just got to taking a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay, just to see what happened here.
Well, there was another car that actually spun around when a caution came out.
Tyler Chalk actually got him. In fact, now I'm not sure whether there was contact with... Yeah, it looks like there might have been a little bit of... I mean, this is no fault of Austin or Allen's. This just looked like purely and simply... you could hear the contact just there. It looked like a bit of net code, but... Unfortunately for Allen, you know, the contact from Tyler Chalk, there was no net code in that one.
And you look, Nelson Webster is the green flags out, and now Nelson moves to the bottom to the middle groove as Cody Batt still staying up top. But Coy Benson trying to battle Nelson on the bottom, and Nelson goes to the high. Coy on the bottom, but look at this, Brett. I mean, Coy's on the...
Yeah, he certainly found something, and look who he is bringing. He is bringing the 56 of Austin Simmelman. Austin was in your C main, let's put it that way. And of course, you know, all cars transferred from the B, but I mean, you know, to have a run from the C main and a chance at a podium, the 56, he's had some time on this racetrack. He would have made those necessary setup adjustments, but we can't take our eyes off the battle for second. Right now is Coy Pennington. In fact, he's trying to look for the race lead. Nelson Webster, at the moment, he's just too strong on the top side of the racetrack. Pennington makes a mistake on the bottom, and Cody Batten looks for second spot back up on the outside again into turn number 1 and 2.
That's right. You know, you look at Austin, he's turned many laps. You know, the B main was, what, 20 laps? I mean, his arm's probably getting tired right now.
20 plus your 12 in the C, so there's 32 laps before you even start this 60 lap main event. So, you know, in 3 races, Austin would have turned near 100 laps on this racetrack. That's certainly given him a bit of an advantage. But of course, these good drivers, you know, with the likes of Nelson Webster and Coy Pennington and Cody Batten out in front, you know, they would have been watching those C and B main. And also the pole shuffle as well to see where the track is at, and again, those drivers would have made the necessary adjustments. And there's a reason, you know, why the likes of these drivers are consistently up the front.
That's right, Brett. You know, and for the past month, you know, we've been seeing Nelson win almost every race he's been in, and the only person to really been able to battle with him and lead laps has been Cody Batten, basically. And you know, Cody's back up there in second. I mean, he's probably the one to give Nelson a run for his money tonight.
Yeah, there was a good chance. You remember, was it 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago in the FBN Midget Series, where they came to Limaland. Cody Batten had actually the race lead with about 6 laps to go, and it was only that Nelson Webster put a couple of slide jobs on him that he was able to get clear of him. And then, as we got sort of the 2 to go, a yellow flag came out and ruined any sort of chance that Cody had in getting the win. So maybe looking for redemption here tonight. We'll see what the 71 of Cody Batten can do. Can he make the moves to get by the 15 car of Nelson Webster? As there goes Coy Pennington again. He is so strong on the bottom side in turns 1 and 2. If he can just get 3 and 4 right, that 21 car will be honking.
That's right. You know, it's all about the angle you enter and exit on that turn to get that car unbinded. You know, when you bind up a car in those turns like this, sometimes it slows you down. So sometimes you see him lose spots, and then you see times when the car rotates really well, and he just jumps out from the bottom and has a...
He certainly does. Austin Simmelman back there, still in that 4 spot. He's now starting to close the gap on the 21 car of Coy Pennington. Cody Batten trying the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2, going back to the top in 3 and 4. If he can get that line right, that could be the quickest way around here right now. Austin Simmelman now going to move into position number 3 into turn number 1 and 2. Pennington going to fight back on the inside, and he doesn't want to give up the podium spot right now, but he's going to do his damn best to see if he can get back into position 3. But I think the bottom side is too far gone right now.
That's correct. I mean, it probably already got used up. And you look, I mean, you see Nelson running middle to the high line. You look at Cody Batten, he's all the way to the top on the last lap. When I say that, he does the slider line. But, I mean, there's definitely 2 different groups of racing right now.
Now, Webster was nearly 2/10 of a second quicker than Cody Batten on the previous lap. We'll see what it is this time by. It's a 10th and a half, so whatever line Nelson Webster is running, and it's entering in the middle. He's actually staying in the middle of the racetrack, so something different, and something that I found out that actually works in the sprint cars. The more this track slickens off, the more this middle line will actually come into play. And I mean, I done it last night, and I'll talk about that later if we can get a yellow. But that middle groove, lately, so far, I've found over the last six or 7 weeks, the middle groove will start to come in late in this race.
That's right. You know, even when I ran my car a couple of weeks in an official race, the middle line was the way to go. I went from dead last to second spot.
Yeah, it can do it. And now you'll see these good drivers, you know, once they realize that, you know, one line has sort of fallen off significantly, you'll start to see him move around, you know, the likes, and you can see by what Webster's doing right now. He's just staying in the middle of the racetrack, and that's exactly where you want to be right now, because one, you're away from the cushion, you're away from the wall, you're not going to have that chance of, you know, going upside down. 2, you're nowhere near the inside line, so you don't have to worry about those tires. And 3, it looks, and I'm sure it feels the fastest way possible right now. 14 laps to go for Nelson Webster.
You know, before Alex Atkins, you know, got in that wreck, you know, all night tonight, he's been running that middle groove, and that was fastest for him. As we saw that all night from Allen. You know, and now Nelson's running it, and Nelson is just pulled him.
We watch the battle for 4th and 5th at the moment. Corey Pennington still persisting with that bottom side of the racetrack. Tyler Chalk, who sits in position 5. Pennington right through the center of turns 3 and 4. Will go back to the bottom in 1 and 2. So a good side-by-side battle between Pennington and Chalk to finish up 4th and 5th. At the moment, 11 laps left to run for your race leader, Nelson Webster.
That's right, and I'll move kind of back to look. You know, you see Jared Boyard and Mark Hansen battling for 7th and 8th on the track. And you look at Jared Boyard now, he's in the pits with the blown motor.
We are looking at 9 laps left to run here in your main event, and again we've seen a period of about 20 laps so far. If we can finish this one out, it'd almost be 30 green flag laps to finish off this main event for the National Oval Racing Association Midget Series, live from the Limaland Motorsports Park, and it has been an absolute dominating performance. You put the challenge to Nelson this Thursday in the FBN Midget Series, because he's been on such a hot streak to start from the back of that one. He didn't have to take it in the back of this one because, well, he's only been right there at the end. And, well, now look at him going to the bottom side. We'll see what kind of lap times he does. Yeah, he was doing in the high 13s, 14 ones right now. And is this a ploy of maybe he might be trying to save a bit of fuel?
Probably is. Probably they're expecting more cautious in this race. And also, though, he's starting to catch lap traffic. You know, he's starting to gain on them. So he's probably let them get a little further ahead, so that way he doesn't have to battle them. And, you know, he has plenty of room between him and Cody Batten.
Well, Batten is absolutely rallying the top side. He was half a second quicker. The 15 car, he is running out of fuel. He is running out of time, because here comes the 71 of Cody Batten. And I might just call this a little too early. I think if Batten has enough fuel in, if he can continue to hit the top side of the racetrack, I think Cody's going to go to victory lane. But it all just depends on what the 15 does.
That's right. You got like 2 laps to go and 1 upside down.
Oh, it happened again. Deja vu all over again. These final 2 laps were going to be absolutely epic, and that has brought out the yellow. And again, Nelson Webster, he has had his backside saved from the 71. But I must say, those final 5 laps, even 6, maybe 7, when the 15 car went to the bottom side of the racetrack, I could swear he was saving fuel. And you know that's going to be one of the first questions that I ask him.
Well, you know, he slowed dramatically down in the last 5 or 6 laps. I mean, and Cody Batten was coming on strong. I'm sure Cody had plenty of fuel in the car. No, you look at Austin, ran to C, ran to B, and he will come home third to ninth. Even Tyler Chalk ran the C main.
Yes, they certainly put in a great drive tonight here in your A main. And, well, there is Nelson Webster. Of course, he deserves to park it on the front stretch. And we'll see Cody Batten along with Austin Simmelman as well. Going to park it, hopefully park it on the front straightaway.
You know, Brett, like I said, if y'all want to see some good racing Thursday night, come watch Nelson as he takes on my challenge starting deadline.
All right, let's take a look at your unofficial JR Productions and Media finishing results here for the National Oval Racing Association Midget Series, live from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Getting the win in car number 15 is Nelson Webster. Home second in the 71 will be Cody Batten. Austin Simmelman home in third. Tyler Chalk rounds out the 4th spot. And rounding out your top 5 at Corey Pennington. Brett Hobson going to come home in 6th. 7th was Mark Hansen. Josh Conover in 8th. Hunter Marvel in 9th with Jarrett Bolyard will round out your top 10. And the final 9 starters, Joshua Jarrett in 11th, Logan Rumsey in 12th, Brian Powell in 13th, Trey Smith in 14th, 15th was Alan Tacken, 16th, Jake Boyer, Kyle Atkinson, 17th, 18th, Adam Tevez, and Brett Osborne home in 19th place. We'll go down to Victory Lane on the front straightaway, and again, he just finds Victory Lane. And the first question I'm going to ask you, Nelson, I'm not even going to congratulate you first, because let's talk about those last 7 laps. When you went to the bottom side, were you saving fuel?
Oh yeah, big time.
How many laps were you shy if you were gonna run out, if that race didn't go green to checker, or in the last 30 laps?
I was probably a half gallon short, a gallon short. I had saved enough right before that caution came out. I was getting back on the gas I had enough to finish.
All right, now, do you think that maybe in those last 2 laps, if you didn't get those, didn't get that caution flag, do you think that Cody might have had something for you, or did you have enough to where you saved, to where you could have got back on the gas and just rolled that middle?
No, I was good. I had enough fuel to finish the race off full speed, and I figured Cody had to be running close to running out because he didn't seem to be backing off. And I checked with him after the race, and yeah, he wasn't even going to make another.
But do you blame the guy?
No.
This is twice that you've won here at Limaland, the races that we broadcasted. The other time, Cody actually got by you in the final couple of laps, but then once you got back by him, a yellow took away that possible 2-lap shootout between you and him. It happened again. Was there a bit of a sigh of relief coming out from you once that yellow came out, knowing that it was going to finish under yellow and that you went back to victory lane?
I mean, just in the simple fact that the race is over at that point is a sigh of relief, but I was pretty comfortable with it. I mean, I looked down with like 20 to go, and I had a pretty damn good lead, so I was really hoping for no yellows. And then I got a little worried about fuel, but once I knew that I had enough to finish, especially with how slick the track wasn't really using a whole lot even when I was running full speed. So once I knew that I was good on fuel, I was just hoping for no cautions.
Good drivers always find the lines, no matter where it is on the racetrack, whether it's top, bottom, middle. You stayed top, you went to a slider line. Those last 20 laps, you went to the middle of the racetrack. Is this something that you found it seemed to be quicker? Because I've noticed in the sprint cars, the middle of the racetrack, when it gets slick like that, you can run right through it. It's almost like you're running like the Donny Schatz type of line.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of grip on the exit of 2, and then there was actually decent grip all through 3 and 4 on the middle. I was running the top earlier in the race to actually try to burn fuel because there were so many cautions early. I thought that I had way too much, and then that kind of came back to bite me. But yeah, the middle seemed to work out pretty good there at the end, and I think that has a lot to do with the way that these league operators do the hot laps, to kind of run in the top and bottom in hot laps, and that makes it so it's not so top dominant, which is nice.
Well, do not forget about the challenge.
Yeah,
There's a
that challenge didn't stand tonight, so we'll let you get away with the win here tonight, and we'll let you thank a few people as well. Your sponsor shout outs, all that good stuff, bud. Who makes it happen for you?
Yep. Thanks to everyone at TSR. Thanks to Fatheads Eyewear, Drew Neal at 19 Designs, Setzer Fabrication, and thanks to you guys in the booth and Josh for putting this.
All right, there we go. Nelson Webster there, home in first place. We'll throw it over to Stephen McMillan, who is going to push Cody out of the closet.
Well, Cody, you almost came out of the closet that when Logan Rumsey gave you the bump of your life. Tell me what's going through your head when that happened.
Yeah, we got real close there. I knew if I could just hold my line and he could hold his, we would have been fine. But we got a little close there. I had to back off a little bit. I figured it was 65 laps. I'd rather just back it down a little bit, and rather than just wreck right off the start. But yeah, that was a close one. I tensed up pretty good on that one.
Well, right about this whole month, the only person to really been able to challenge Nelson for the lead, most of these races have been you. In the last couple laps, you started coming on strong. Now, I heard you were shy on fuel too, but was you at the point where you just didn't really care? You just wanted to try to win. Was that where you were at?
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was at. You know, I just got this thing probably not, I mean, less than a year, so the progress I've made has been pretty tremendous. I used to not even come close to even being on the same straightaway as Nelson. So to be consistently running second to him isn't too bad. But yeah, there at the end, I really I didn't care about feel. I was just gonna run it there to the end and hope I had enough. It would have been close.
Yes, it would. And who would you like to thank tonight?
Thanks to Shane Evans at 92 Designs, the whole FRM team. Um, Actually, I haven't really haven't really tweaked with setups a whole lot by myself in these things, but this setup here I ran tonight was something I made myself, so I'm pretty darn proud of myself for that. And yeah, thanks guys to you.
You have something to be proud of anytime you can run second and know you're right there at any time you're looking for that win. And, I would say a couple more races, you'd be right there, Pat.
Yep, we'll just keep knocking and keep being consistent, and we'll get there eventually.
Now, I hear there's a whisper going around that there's a new hashtag going around. It's hashtag Don't Free Cody. Response to that one?
Well, don't free me. Well, I can't really blame them because I haven't won yet, so I can't be free, right?
Now, when you get to victory lane, is there going to be like a chair dance that we can get a picture of? And if you get that chair dance, please don't do a trace mitt and fall off.
Oh yeah. I mostly live stream all my races. You'll probably see me jumping up and down when I get my first win in NORA. I've been running with these guys since I very first got iRacing, so that first win in NORA will be pretty special.
Well, congratulations on your second place, and I can't wait to talk to you in victory lane soon.
Thanks, guys.
There it is. Don't free Cody, the 71 machine, home in second place tonight. I just had to make sure he heard that before I took him out of the channel. We'll go down one spot further and chat with the driver that comes home in third place tonight, driving the number 56 machine tonight. And no wonder he was fast because he had my number on. Austin Simmelman. Austin, congratulations on third place. A run from the C main. We counted it. You turned 92 laps under green flag conditions. Did that help you in getting to the front here tonight?
It didn't hurt as bad as I was to begin with, so I needed another 90. What was it, 92 to maybe have a shot at the win, I think. But if I didn't have your number, Brett, I probably would have won. So that's going to be my excuse tonight.
Well, I'm just saying, I ran second last night to Alex Bergeron, and you only run third here tonight. So at the moment, I've got one up on you. But it was a tough racetrack, very slick conditions. You really had to maneuver all over this racetrack to find the fastest groove. I mean, what did you make of the track, and how were you able to move all over the racetrack to get by the cars?
Well, starting deep, I set my car up for the bottom. I just committed to the bottom, and once that went away, once I got to third, the bottom was gone, and I was just kind of hanging on after that. I didn't feel very good up high at all, but I was actually really good on the bottom. That's how I made all my spots up there. And I was garbage all night, really, and I just about changed everything but the driver from the qualifying to the feature there, and found something there, and at least passed some cars, and I made a respectable night of it.
Again, was there any concern on fuel issues late in that race? Because I know the top two were kind of saving a bit there. Cody was going to run out. Had that we not had that last yellow there with about 2 and a bit to go. Nelson was saving right to the end. Was there any concern for you in the 56 with fuel issues, or did you have enough to make it to the end of the night?
Oh, I could have ran another 10 more laps there. I had too much, so I don't know. I don't like running out. And, could have went a little lighter there, but it is what it is, and the next time we can start a little closer to the.
Well, you started in position number 13, of course. You did manage to come via the C main and, of course, B main. So still a drive from you tonight in the 56. We'll let you get out of here, and we'll let you thank a few people before we let you go as well, bud.
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank Race on Texas and 19 Design, of course, and Drew Neal for doing my cars. BKC Sports, as always, you guys for putting this on, and Team VLR, and everybody here at NORA.
Now, I believe Howard might be having to rub some salt into the wound because he's actually got one up on you. He won the street stock race earlier on today.
Well, he's racing street stock, so it's lower class. Kind of where he belongs. So good for him.
I will leave it at that. We'll let you get the last word. Well done, Austin, on third.
Thanks, Brett. Love you, Howard.
All right, Austin. So love those two guys. Love each other. I think they've known each other for about 11 or 10 years, 11 or 12 years. So it's always good to put one over your good friend. And I'd love to put one over Alan Tackham, but I mean I don't have to because he just puts himself out of the race all the time. But again, Stephen, final thoughts from yourself.
Well, I can tell you this. I can't wait to see Cody's first win. I know it's right around the corner. He's proved that week in and week out he's getting stronger. So, Brett, I mean, anytime soon it will happen for this guy. He's been working his ass off. I could be more proud of him. And, just knowing this Thursday night that Nelson's going to start dead last in the feature race, it's going to be a sight to see. So, I'm excited.
Well, as you said, I think iRacing need to sponsor Cody Batten because we should be having a hashtag soon for Cody on that one. When is he going to get his first feature win? Will it be this week? For the FBN Midget Series, we'll find out on Thursday night. But of course, for tonight, the National Oval Racing Association Midget Series here at the Limaland Motorsports Park is complete. It's been run and won by Nelson Webster, Cody Batten, and Austin Simmelman rounded out your top three. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. You can check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Click on the sponsors tab, and of course you can click on the images. It'll take you directly to their website if they've got one. And of course, all their social media information pages are there as well. Of course, a big thanks to Wicked Cushion, Drew Neal at 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the entire team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, on behalf of Stephen McMillian and myself, Brett Wheeler, we sign off saying good night. We will see you tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern for the True Speed Motorsports 360 winged sprint cars. I have no idea where we're at, but we'll be live at around 7:30. So good night, and until then, be safe, and we'll see you on the racetrack soon.